What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Big Game Podcast. I'm Chris Hunter. I'm here with my man Daniel Horton. Man, how you doing?
Doing good, big fella. Doing good. How about yourself?
Hey, man, doing great, man. It's a great time to talk some more college basketball, man. And Michigan you got a big game coming up against the Purdue Boilermakers, man. The rematch game, the get back. This is one of them get back games, man. You got to get back. Got Purdue coming in here on our home court. Both teams right now are in prime pole position, to be right there in the thick of things to win a Big Ten championship down the stretch. You got, Purdue at 11-2 and Michigan right there at 10-2. So, this is the rubber match right here. This is the game that's going to put, somebody really in position to win this Big Ten championship. So, man, what are your thoughts going into this game as you view it right now?
It's gonna be I don't want to say it's gonna be a decider, but it's definitely kind of as close as you can get to being a decider with 6-7 games left between these two, right? If Purdue wins, they'll have a chance to put another game, between them and Michigan, which is going to be tough to overcome with Michigan's remaining schedule. So it's going to be a tough game, man. It's going to be probably a sold-out, a packed arena in Chrysler. Hopefully it's a loud environment, a raucous environment, and we can, get in there and get busy, man. It's gonna be a dogfight.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's got to be turned up now after the game that we had up there in West Lafayette. I know everybody is chomping at the bit to, some get back on this game, so we can't. This is one where the crowd is going to be into it. I know the players are going to be into it, and like you said, the stakes are there. I mean, we got, it's Purdue, it's Michigan State right now at the top of this league. So it's going to be a dog fight down the stretch to see who kind of puts themselves in position that last week to get the wins they need to win a Big Ten regular season title, man. But
sure.
Looking back at that game, man, like we said before, it escalated quickly and got out of hand quickly for a few reasons. I think Michigan was not ready to start that game with the intensity and effort that they needed, and hopefully, they're going to make those adjustments moving forward in this game.
Yeah, not for sure. That was it seemed like that's kind of been the emphasis since that Purdue game, for those guys to make sure that they're getting off to a good start. You kind of saw that against IU. They got out to I think it was a 16-4 lead against IU before IU really started punching back. So, it's imperative that they get out and take care of the ball and take good shots and get themselves off to a good start. If they don't, things can snowball, especially the way Purdue plays. Things can snowball really quickly. So even at home. So you got to kind of, it's at Chrysler. You have to do things to keep the crowd engaged. You have to play well to keep the crowd.
You got to get them off their hands. They're our fan base is a fan base. You got to get them off there. You got to do something to get that crowd rocking, and it can get rocking once we do something. But Michigan has been, that team has gotten big leads on everybody they played, but they've also let everybody they play get back into the game, and these games are closer than what they need to be, man. But so hopefully we can do something down to during this game that'll help us avoid that. What were your thoughts on you talking about Michigan in their lineup, man, with the lineup change, putting Reuben Jones in the starting lineup in place of Righty Gale? What were your thoughts when you saw that against Indiana? And do you think that will continue?
I think it was a good move, right? I think any coach wants, guys out there that have earned their minutes and their play has merits more playing time. I think what you saw from Jones the couple games leading up to the IU game, and what you saw from Gale leading up to that game, necessitated a switch at that position, right? Yeah. And Jones gave him quality minutes. He defended well. He made shots. He made some plays. So he justified the coach's decision.
Yeah, and that's what you get from Reuben Jones. You're gonna get a great defender out there, guy who's gonna be really, really solid, and probably less likely to make some of the mistakes that you've seen Righty Gale make in these past games. He's been, extremely loose with the ball. And if you're a coach and you're watching that on film, like we've been watching it and you see it, you'd be like, man, these are just plays that you got to clean up. So it's got to be some accountability there. And I think for them, it's twofold. It gives you a solid guy in a starting lineup who can defend and make plays for you and hopefully, shoot the ball better than he has. And then for Michigan, trying to bolster that bench, right? Before it was Will Cheddar in the Oregon game with 17 points by himself. So now you bring another quality guy off the bench that now you kind of bolster your bench points, bench production, and Michigan is going to need some bench production in this game against Purdue.
No, for sure. For sure. I think Jones gives you we always talk about floor versus ceiling, right? I think his ceiling may not be as high as Roddy Gill's, but his floor right now is definitely
higher. Yeah, he hasn't made some of the mistakes that you see that Roddy gets very loose and aloof with the ball and his decision making as of late. So trying to clean that up and, like you said, put somebody in there who is going to defend, who has that defensive versatility, and then
gives you that scoring punch off the bench as well, right?
You give you extra score, proven scorer off the bench. Him and Will Cheddar coming off the bench, you like that. And if you can get a punch off the bench with him and Will, then I think that helps helps create some depth for your team, right? From a team that's kind of lacking that guard depth coming off the bench right now, you kind of create that by bringing him to the bench. But man, let's get into the keys to victory for this game, right? Like we've been talking a lot about that and trying to figure out from the next game to this game, what does Michigan need to do? All right. And this is what we came up with, for this game and watching this film and evaluating the stats. And, obviously the first thing you see is for Michigan, and that's going to be a key thing all year is value in the basketball. And then, in turn with that is winning the muscle game. I think that first game against Purdue, these guys got really sped up, got out physical. They were very uncomfortable with the ball in their hands, catching the ball where they wanted to catch it the whole game because of Purdue's physicality and speed to the ball. Right. And then secondly, Danny got to be a wolf. He can't be a sheep in this game. I think in that Purdue game, he settled for a lot of outside jumpers, 0 for 5 from 3, 1 for 7 from the field. And the way they're using Danny now as a screener, as well as a guy who can post from the mid post and make plays, I think it's going to bode better for him if he can establish an inside-out presence for us in this game. And then defensive versatility. I thought we showed Braden Smith, who's a player of the year candidate at point guard. We got to show him different looks and different coverages in that ball screen. It can't be the drop coverage all day because he's too good, and Trey Kaufman-Rand is too good in the short roll to give those guys the same look. So you got to be able to mix it up. You got to be able to hard hedge. You got to be able to trap. You got to be able to switch and get up and make this guy feel some pressure and disrupt his rhythm in this game. And that's your only hope of kind of slowing this dude down at the rate that he's playing right now.
No, I agree 100%, right? When you have a guard of that caliber, you have to give him different looks. If you give him the same look the whole game, he's going to kill you, right? Whether it be the coverage, whether it be drop coverage or hard hedging or jumping in at the point of attack, or the personnel that you have on him. You might have Trey Downson on him, then you might put Jones on him. Gale might play him a little bit. So you have to throw different bodies at him as well. That way you try to wear him down mentally with the coverages and physically with the different bodies, right? So you should look up around the 8 to 10, that 7-8 minute mark, that TV timeout around that 8 minute mark, man. He needs to be grabbing his shorts, right? Because they want to play fast. They want to play fast. We want to play fast, but we also want to wear him down. I think if we cut the head off the snake, we got a great chance of winning this game.
Got a great chance. And like you said, man, a lot of different guys on them. And they're going to have to keep the heat, keep the defensive pressure off. Also offensively, like we've been, imploring Trey Donaldson all year, man, paintball mentality, get downhill, stay aggressive, get 2 feet in the paint and make plays. You got to make those dudes guard, man. It can't be a one-way street where he's coming at you and you're not coming at him. So I think in this game we'll make those adjustments, man, and these dudes are going to be ready to play in this game. So what's your predictions? I know we don't like to do score predictions for these games, but hey, let's do it, man. Let's get the score predictions out. What's your prediction?
Like I said, man, this season, how this season ends for Michigan is going to be determined by how many 1-2 possession games they're going to win, and they've been able to pull them out for the most part over the last 6 to 7 games, and I think tomorrow is going to be no different. I think it's going to be a 1-2 possession game that will eventually win. I'll go. Let's go 84-78.
84-78. Ooh, that's a lot of buckets.
83-78. Let's do
83-78. That's a good game right there. That's a lot of buckets. Should be very entertaining. Yeah, I mean, for me, man, we haven't played a complete game, I would say, since that Xavier game, right? And that was early on in the non-conference MTE down in Florida. Like that was a complete game where you saw on both ends of the floor, like the intensity level, the focus was high all game, and we didn't take our foot off the gas. So my prediction is we'll have another Xavier game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we get at least a double-digit win, man. I say 80-70.
Okay.
80-70. Michigan wins. They put on their best performance so far in the Big Ten Conference, and we put together a complete game, man. We're going to shoot the ball well. We're going to defend the ball well. And it's going to be a highly, highly energized game as far as the crowd and everything else, man. That's my prediction for this.
I like that. It's good. Hopefully, your prediction is the one that goes true. Because I don't know how many more 1 or 2 possession games I can sit through.
Yeah, man, it's been tough. It's been tough, and we've been getting a good whistle.
Yeah,
at home. So I predict a 10-point victory and another flagrant foul drawn by Vlad Golden with his acting that he
Hey,
does.
Chris, don't get me started on
Come on, man. Let's get you started. That's why I want to prompt you.
No, but seriously, that 3-point, that swing that they had when I think they were coming down and Oregon had a chance to cut it to 6 or 7. They were down 9.
Yeah.
And Vlad goes down, they replay it and upgrade it to a flagrant foul. And Michigan, he goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and then Michigan scores on the ensuing, inbounds plays. And I'm like, man, that's an incredible swing.
That's incredible
for Dana Altman to remain calm for something that was really just a basketball play.
Yeah,
and it's something that's starting to happen every game with Vlad, right?
Yeah,
and I don't want to accuse him of flopping. I don't want to.
He's got the European. He's got a little extra sauce, a little extra acting. But dude, as big as strong as he is, he tends to fall on that floor and get hit, and it's like somebody shot him.
Yeah,
grab his face, grab his chest.
Midsection last game, and now they have to review it to see if he got. Ref, you were looking directly at the play, like you saw what happened. Like it's not a let's go review this and upgrade it to a flagrant foul, man. It's starting to be every game. I would like to see it stop. I would like to see him kind of get that under control, but at the same time,
hey, it's been beneficial, man. Michigan. We've got some points and some buckets off some flagrant fouls.
A bit of gamesmanship.
A bit of gamesmanship, man. Hey, if you're not trying, what they say, if you ain't trying, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So he's definitely embellishing a lot of contact out there. So I predict a 10-point win and another Vlad embellishment in this game.
Hopefully it's at a crucial time to it. It just changes the swing of the game. But seriously, I don't advocate for those things, right? But if they're gonna call it, hey, we'll take it. We'll take it.
As a team, you would take it, man. But no, it should be a good one, man. It should be a fun one. And I'm looking forward, to getting back on here with you, man, so we can do this reaction video of what we know is going to be a hell of a game, man. So I'm looking forward to it. And until next time, man, it's the Big Game Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our Michigan versus Purdue reaction video, man. It's going to be coming to you very, very soon with the film. So we're excited about that one, man. Peace.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I can't.